What about my proprietary blend?" "Oh." She hesitated, because the local tea, a bitter brew, often incorporated untaxed hedgerows and other unpalatable bramble. "Perhaps you could put the balance on account?" "I'm sorry, Miss Wallace." Mr. Ellis shook his head and averted his gaze. "The last time I allowed General Wallace to buy on credit, it took me months to collect the sum." "I understand." Crestfallen, she bowed her head. "I suppose—" "Permit me to settle the debt." How well she knew that voice, given it often dominated her nightmares. From over her shoulder, the Earl of Beaulieu extended a card to the grocer. "Miss Wallace will take only the best fillets and first-quality items, and she will have the largest tin of jasmine tea, which she will take now. The remainder of her order is to be delivered." "Yes, Lord Beaulieu." The merchant returned the gold bracelet, which she tucked in her reticule, and scribbled notes on a piece of parchment. After thrusting an oversized container of tea at her, he checked and rechecked the list and clapped his hands. A young assistant scurried from a back room. "Gather the following inventory and see that it is dispatched at once to Miss Wallace's residence on Gower Street in Bloomsbury." "Aye, sir." The stockboy nodded. A chorus of whispers filled the establishment, and several patrons cast disapproving stares and pointed at Patience. Her ears rang and tears welled, but she refused to let them celebrate her defeat. Swallowing her pride and her shame, she rotated to face her nemesis. "Lord Beaulieu, what a lovely surprise," she lied. Patience wanted to shrivel up and die on the spot. Bile rose in the back of her throat, and she feared she might be ill, as she tried but failed to ignore the critical audience to their exchange. "While I commend your generosity, I cannot accept such a gift. It isn't proper, and I am quite content with the purchases I requested." "Indeed?" The insufferable soldier, with the guise of a fallen angel, too beautiful to be real, had the audacity to arch a brow and fold his arms, as though she acted out of turn. "All right, then refuse my benevolent offer. Make a fuss and attract even more unwanted attention to your person." With a huff of impatience, she grabbed him by the elbow and led him outside, to the pavement. "You did that on purpose." She checked her tone and lowered her voice. "Why do you torment me? What have I done to you that you should embarrass me in public? You know what people will think." "Do tell." The tall blonde Earl, who bore more than a passing resemblance to the mythological Apollo, sported his customary patch, having suffered an injury to his left eye in battle. Dressed in black breeches, a pair of polished hessians, a dark green waistcoat trimmed in old gold, a coat of grey Bath superfine, and a crisp cravat tied in a perfect mathematical, with a diamond twinkling at centre, the hero of Quatre Bras captured the heightened regard of many a society lady, and more than one debutante swooned whenever he entered a room. Clothed in the garb of a gentleman of means, with an undercurrent of a dangerous predator, he reminded Patience of a pirate, and she suspected he was no less lethal. "What will they think?" "Must I explain it to you?" How she longed to slap the smirk from his patrician face, or engage in some other shocking behaviour. "They will think we are... "We are what, Miss Wallace?" Now he favoured her with a lazy grin, which hearkened to his boyish streak, which she could never resist, and she wanted to scream, or kiss him. "That I am beholden to you." She shuffled her feet and tugged on her frayed poke bonnet, ruining her less than elegant attire. "That I am your special friend." "Well, well, this is a welcome surprise," he chuckled, betraying not the slightest bit of contrition. "What a naughty mind you have, Miss Wallace. I should dearly love to exercise it further." "Lord Beaulieu?" "Miss Wallace," he mocked her. "Are you always so insistent?" She squared her shoulders. "Yes. Haven't you